let's be real for a second. In a super competitive market, trying to find your perfect home, well, it can feel less like a search and more like you're hunting for a unicorn, right? Today, we're going to dive into how one family found their so-called impossible dream home, not by scrolling through listings, but with a little bit of off-market magic.
You've probably asked yourself this question. You scroll and scroll, you hit all the open houses, but nothing really clicks. Nothing checks all the boxes. And you start to wonder, am I being too picky? Does what I'm looking for even exist? Well, that is the exact spot Mark and Emily Thompson found themselves in. They were moving from Chicago to Fishers, Indiana for a great new tech job. They had their 2 kids, their golden retriever Max, and a super clear vision of their forever home. But after months of searching, that vision was starting to feel more like a daydream. And when I say their vision was clear, I mean it was crystal clear. This was not your average wish list. This was a we will not compromise kind of mission. I mean, just look at this list. This isn't just a nice kitchen. We're talking a gourmet kitchen with 2 islands, and not just any appliances, Wolf and Sub-Zero. They needed a big lot, a half-acre plus. The whole house had to have smart home integration, a dedicated office, a finished basement with a home theater, and solar panels. Oh, and it all had to fit into a pretty firm budget. This is the definition of finding a needle in a haystack.
And believe me, they had tried the normal route. They had looked at over 25 different houses. Can you imagine 25 times getting your hopes up, doing the tour, and 25 times walking away feeling disappointed? One yard was too small, the next kitchen was a total gut job, another didn't have the tech. The frustration was just building and building. And this quote from Emily, gosh, you can just feel their exhaustion. They were really at their breaking point, thinking their dream just couldn't happen in that town. They were actually talking about maybe not even moving to Fishers anymore. So the public market, it wasn't cutting it. It was time to change the game plan completely and start looking where nobody else was. You see, in a market where there aren't a lot of houses for sale and everyone wants one, the best opportunities are often hidden. They're not on Zillow or Realtor.com. They're in private conversations, inside professional networks, and known only to well-connected experts who hear about things before they hit the open market. And this right here, this is the secret tool that changed everything for them, the pocket listing. Think of it as a VIP backstage pass for real estate. Now, you might be thinking, why would anyone not want to list their home publicly? Well, sometimes it's for privacy, or maybe they just want to test the waters on price without a ton of public showings. The only way you hear about these places is through an agent who's in the know. And tapping into this exclusive network, well, that's what led to the big aha moment, the one that turned this whole impossible search right on its head. And boom, there it was. A tip from a colleague, a whisper about a home in a really desirable community. The owners were getting ready to retire and move to Florida. The house wasn't on the market yet, but it was about to be. This was the chance to get in before anyone else even knew it existed. Now just look at how perfect this was. It's almost unbelievable. They wanted over 3,200 square feet. This one was 3,400. They wanted dual islands. This one had 2 beautiful quartz islands. A half-acre lot. Try 0.65 acres. Smart home, custom office, basement theater. Check, check, and check. It wasn't just a match. It was like the universe heard their list and said, here, I'll do you one better. Okay, so finding the house is one thing, but securing a private sale on the best possible terms, that's where the real expertise comes into play. And the negotiation was just flawless. The home was already priced under their max budget. They got it for $5,000 less than that, and they got the sellers to help pay for closing costs. And the whole thing, from offer to keys in hand, was done in under 30 days. That is a massive win all around. And this quote from Emily on move-in day, I mean, that says it all, doesn't it? It's that huge emotional payoff after such a long, frustrating journey. The feeling of finally being home, in the one place you were starting to believe didn't even exist. So why are we talking about this? What's the big takeaway? It's because this story shows a fundamental truth about hitting those tough goals. It's not always about trying harder. It's about trying smarter.
So here's the blueprint you can basically use for anything. First, be absolutely crystal clear about your vision. What are your non-negotiables? Second, you have to leverage networks. Find the people who have access to information that isn't public. Third, you got to proactively hunt for those hidden gems. And finally, have the expertise ready to go in and negotiate a win. That's how you turn something that feels impossible into your new reality. At the end of the day, the answer to your biggest challenge might not be where everybody else is looking. So often, the most incredible opportunities are just beneath the surface, waiting for someone with the right connections to uncover them.
So I'll leave you with this to think about. Whether it's finding a home, landing a job, whatever your big goal is, what's on your impossible wish list? Because the answer you're looking for might not be on a public website. It might just be in someone's pocket, waiting for the right person to come along and unlock it for you.